Now you're talking black and white. There was nothing I wouldn't do for my children. Nothing. I'd kill everybody in this room for them. That's just to show you a point. Not that I would or want to, I'm just saying I would. If it meant I had to for them, I would do it without even thinking twice. It might upset me, it might hurt me, but I would do it. Does that answer your question? To a point, but then you're not sure. All right.
Who else were you good with?
Good with? There aren't many people I was good with. It was only my family. I was good to my family. And even those people I hurt.
How?
Just by being there. I was a nasty son of a gun. I am a nasty son of a gun.
What would happen at home?
You name it. Violence, I think they call it domestic violence. Yes, I've called it all. There's nothing I haven't done and nothing she hasn't put up with. I'm not proud of it. It's the way it is. I could say I'm sorry, what good would it do? I couldn't have been too sorry, I did it again. But yet I was sorry. I couldn't control it. It's one of those things. Couldn't control it. I found something I couldn't control. Almost a hate-love relationship. So I really loved the girl. But when I got mad, I forgot all that. And wound up hurting the person I loved. So, where did I really love her? I still hurt her. I got to trust her more than I trusted anybody in my whole life. She's the only person I ever really trusted.
Only once did the Iceman put his faith and his fate in the hands of another.
I believe I tempted her to do it. I gave her a knife and told her, here's a chance you'll never get again, or something like that. And I turned around. Now she had a chance. She didn't do anything. She dropped it on the floor and walked away. And I left the house.
There was a stabbing between your parents, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
What room was that in?
I don't remember.
What happened?
I don't remember. I don't know. Stanley stabbed Anna. Why, I don't recall. I don't remember what it was all about, but I remember it did happen, yeah.
Stabbed her in the back.
Yeah.
And here you are inviting Barbara to do that to you.
Stupid, wasn't it? Yeah, but I did. Yeah, it's true.
Were you testing her?
You're trying to, I don't know, it might have been. Would have been a powerful thing if I was wrong.
Yeah.
I definitely would have got the point.
Told you you had a sense of humor.
I know you did. That's why I threw that in there. But it's not a joking matter. It's a very serious thing. Domestic violence is very serious. I believe that's probably why my daughter dislikes me a great deal. Probably because she lived through a lot. You know, she lived through it all.
Heard it, saw it.
Saw it. Everything. Psychologically, I just probably hurt them in some way. Because they have that in their mind. As I have things in my mind.
Why did you decide to talk to me?
Well, basically, I think I tried it. I decided to talk to you would be so I could find out more about myself, since I don't know the answers. And you are a person who is highly qualified to give me answers, possibly, of what's going on. I figured this would be a good time to talk to somebody like you, or you know.
Well, why don't we turn the tables here and you interview me? I'll answer your questions.
Interesting. I can live with that. Just so happens I might have a question for you. What do you think about me? Anything good, bad, or indifferent?
Yeah, some of each. The issues about your behavior, I think there are really a couple things to say. The things that I'm most sure of, based on the information you've told me, are that your principal problem has been a warp in your personality. And we classify personality according to different types. And there are two types of personality features that you have a great deal of. The first of them is called antisocial personality disorder. What it refers to behaviorally is someone who does not have a conscience, does not have remorse, does not feel a sense of guilt about most of the bad things they do, is impulsive and violent. The typical things we see before age 15 in people who earn that label are cruelty toward animals, cruelty toward people. And an awfully interesting part of that condition is that we've got a little bit of knowledge of what causes it and where it comes from. And that's where there's some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that part of where that comes from is hereditary. That there's a genetic basis to being a fearless person. And you've told me about how rarely you have any experience that even begins to resemble nervousness or fear. It takes extreme things to make you have a sense of impending danger. Normal people get fearful about a wide variety of things frequently and would be beside themselves with the kinds of experiences that you had on a weekly basis. You couldn't have done the things you did if you were capable of ordinary fear. But the fact that you're born with a genetic predisposition to fearlessness doesn't mean that it's inevitable for you to become a criminal. Because some people who have that genetic predisposition to fearlessness become pro-social risk takers. They do things like drive race cars, test fly planes, fighter pilots, bomb disposal technicians. Now, those are all jobs where it helps to have a lot of fearlessness. And in fact, some people in law enforcement are brave and have that same capacity to be fearless. And the difference between the people who grow up to be risk-taking good guys with white hats and the people who grow up to be risk-taking bad guys with a long, long rap sheet and a lot of crimes has to do with how their parents raise them. If you raise a kid with love and kindness and affection most of the time, you've got a good shot at their growing up to be decent, caring, loving human beings and treating their own kids well.